Hey everyone, let's take a look at the Fire Rescue Plane by LEGO City. This is set number 60413, contains 478 bricks, retails for $54.99, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for early review. And yes, I run out of breath every time I say all that. So we get a fire plane, we're putting a fire out here in a small portion of a forest. It looks like it's one of these that drops all this stuff out at the bottom. Yeah, those are never fun to pick up. And we got those dreaded stud launchers. Here's the top with the minifigures. Looks like we get 3. And here's the back. So it's obviously on the runway, or the tarmac, whatever you want to call it. And looks like we just dropped them in there and all sorts of stuff. It looks pretty interesting, but what does it look like? Let's take a look. Off to the left, we got ourselves a fire rescue plane. 3 minifigures are included. They also have helmets for each figure. This little thing right here is some kind of Spider-Man jetpack thing with stud launchers. Something you'd probably see in a science fiction movie, so I don't know how that would work. Or maybe that's meant to be a drone, but obviously you can tell this goes on the neck of a minifigure, so I don't know who would be wearing that and flying around trying to knock the flames out. And here in the back we got a portion of a forest that's on fire. You know how those minifigures are, they're very clumsy when it comes with fires. So this is what this looks like right here, and these little pieces just sit on here. And they're just meant for the stud launchers and the plane to drop water on it to knock it out and extinguish the fire. We'll do a demonstration on that in a bit. First I got to pick all these up. They don't stick on there very well. They just kind of rest in those little 2x2 round flat tiles with the hole in the middle. So once you get them on there, just hope nothing falls off. And we'll take a look at our figures here. If you're joining me from my second channel, yeah, this is the same clip as I used in there. They pretty much all have single-sided heads. I don't know, does this guy do? Yes, I think they all do. I like the print work for the torsos. They're pretty cool. Here's one of the helmets. Yeah, there's a lot of light in my videos now. This red plane sure sticks out. Let's take a look here at the aircraft. Stud launchers here, so I guess you can position and go right at the fire and put it out. The wheels that spin. This thing really does glide smooth on a flat surface. Here's the door that opens up where you can put stuff in. And this is printed. There's no stickers in this model. It's all printed like the 05. This opens up in here. And I think it's meant for this. So we can fold this up and shove this in here. And you can also shove some of the accessories like the studs and stuff in there too. And in addition, you got these little cupboards here, so you can put some tools or stuff. The only thing I wish you could probably do, let's see if a helmet would fit in there. Well, so far so good, but will it close? Not quite. Maybe if I tilt it sideways or something. Okay, I got it to barely fit in there. And let's see if we can get this one to fit in a bit better here. I'm just going to see if I can set it in sideways, and I'm hoping you can see that right there. Well, it's close enough. Okay, that one closed all the way. So I'm just seeing if I can get them all to fit in there. Well, I'm not going to mess with that one. Now, this thing does roll smooth on a surface. You can see, I mean, I don't even need a turntable for this model. Its plane is just so clumsy. It's just running into things. Oh, we don't even need to fly around and put the fire out. We can just do that. Alright. Forgot to show the cockpit, but this does come off though. And I gotta have fun with these guys and gals. Feels like this thing's kind of It's not the easiest thing to pull off, but there you go. 2 places there. And you can set your figures in here to fly. So everything is scaled for figures into the cockpit. So I'm just going to set a couple of these guys in here real quick. I think they just sit in there. I don't know. Crude reviews. I should just call my channel that, since that's all I kind of do. Can I get him to sit in there? There we go. So he does fit in there. And we're going to do the next one here real quick. Oh, that's the accessories in there. We'll have Mr. Man Bun in there too. And let's see if we can get him to grab a hold of the controls. I'm hoping this turns out very well. Oh no, the Man Bun won't fit in there, so we can't use him. Okay, well, you're fired. We're going to try this guy here and see if we can get him to sit in here as well. Yeah, now will this go back on the top here? Indeed it does. And it's seamless too. This part here needs to be tucked in a bit. And well, we can just roll it out of the way. These things kind of drag. You got to be careful with them. Now you can load those up with studs, but I'm going to leave that up to you, the viewer, to do that if you got this set. Because I don't want to pick that up. But we're going to drop the big stuff on top of this too. And it does come with a good generous amount of these. Oh no, we're not going to use those. That's what this hatch on the top is for. We just swing that open. We're going to drop all these in here. And they only go in one way too, so you can't stick them in like this. They won't fit. You have to put them on their sides. And I'll show you how this works. It's pretty clever actually. Load that right up in there. You can fit all 6 of those in there. So there's somebody that has a fire, somebody was being careless and starts a fire in the forest, so you could just fly over. And this little stick right here, you can just pull that this way. You can see the notch there. And you can just do this. Oh, I got that one. Then we can fly around again and knock that out. Oh, I missed that time. Well, I missed again. You get the idea. So, and yeah, and make sure you pick all these up. Nobody wants to step on that stuff, but for the most part, though, it's pretty good. I'm going to put these back in here. And it's, as you can tell, it's a, well, that's one way to put out the fire, just have the wing run into it. And as you can tell, though, it's a fully playable model. It's really good for that. And we'll load all that up in there. Have to fetch the other 2 off from the floor. Okay. And for the studs, you can toss them in there, but I'd be afraid it would clog up, so I wouldn't try it. I'm going to put these in a safe place so they don't get fired out. I'm sure everybody knows how to fire those off. And yeah, I'm not dissatisfied with this build at all. It's pretty good for what it is. So let's start the review with play value, and there's plenty of it just for this model. Now this will also go with all the other LEGO Fire themes for 2024 as well. And I think this plane was really well thought out for it. As you saw, you want to take a nap, huh? Well, here, we'll straighten out your man bun and have you look at the camera. But you could just see, though, we had a lot of fun just making this work. The plane functions, you do have access to the interior, you do have the 3 helmets, so every firefighter's got stuff. So there's plenty of accessories for the play value with this set. And whoever gets this model is not going to be disappointed with it, even if it was entertaining for me as an adult. So play value, it's great as is. It's scaled for figures, but if you want, combine it with your other fire rescue convoy and you're ready to go. Build quality was pretty good. I did have a few instances where some pieces were not coming out. I put them in the wrong place and some would fall off, so it's not too bad. One thing to note, there's no brick separator with this set, so you're going to have to provide that if you get stuck on something. There is nothing at all. I wish this one did come with a brick separator. As for build experience, my retention was really high with this set. I think it's the red and the vibrant yellow that Lego used in here, as well as the blue. And I mean, it's really a nice, colorful fire plane. Just for what it is, it's really nice. And it was easy to build, the instructions were easy to follow, so on and so forth. So all around it's just easy and fun to put together. Now the one bad thing about this set is it's not modular. Yes, you could build this stuff here separate from this. Unfortunately though, it's unbalanced. So I would say only one person can really comfortably put the fire rescue plane together. But other than that though, it's a really nice build. Seeing that this is a complete model, this is easy just to pick up and put in your Lego city. There's no modifications needed. You can put it inside your fire station. It would look really good with that. So honestly, this is a winner. It's self-contained. It looks really good. It looks good on my workbench. So obviously it's going to look good in a Lego city. And you can also use the parts to make other creations as well, just like other types of aircraft and other vehicles. There's a lot of pieces for that. And there is a good generous amount of medium to large size pieces in this set. So you're not going to go wrong there if you're looking for a set just with red pieces. It's got a lot of those, as well as some of the foliage and the fire pieces. I mean, it comes with, what, 6 in total? So that's not too bad for the flame pieces. Those always come in handy. So my final score, and this one's going to be a good one here, so it's going to be a 9.9. Only to the fact that I did have some instances and the brick separator was not included. Those are the only two things wrong with this set. There's no stickers, it's fully playable, and one other thing to note, it's not modular. So only you and yourself alone or whoever gets the set can build. You can't join in the festivities on this one. But for me, it's a nice fire plane. Is this something I would pick up for my city? I don't know. It's a little large for a typical Lego city. Unless you have an area set off to the side, like maybe a fire airport or something of that nature would be pretty cool. But to me, it's a bit on the large side. But as you saw, though, there's a lot of detail in here, too. This is a really nice aircraft for just detail. So overall, I am not dissatisfied with this set. It's a really good build, and I enjoyed putting it together. So for my recommendations, yes, if you're looking for something to get your child or something to expand on your Lego city, this is pretty good. And especially for the retail price of $54.99. And yes, it does seem a bit pricey for 478 bricks. But there's mostly medium to big pieces, and everything is printed, no stickers to fuss with, and it's just overall, it's a nice set. But tell me what you think. I want to hear your thoughts on this set.